Hey, what's up YouTube? It's TheRookYGO. I'm hitting you guys with week 3 of the Retro Weekly. Yes, I kind of had to delay this because of things that came up last week, so a lot of my uploads got delayed, so meaning this will also get delayed. Also did mention that I was going to cover some Tengu deck lists in this one, but unfortunately because everything got delayed, I couldn't do my replay session for Tengu. I did record my Tengu session, so that'll be in next week's Retro Weekly. But yeah, we're just gonna cover the top deck lists from the GFC EU 25, and we're just gonna get on with the first place deck list. So first place we have Easy to Slay You with a deck that just took the whole tournament by storm. It took me by surprise. It took John by surprise, my guest commentator. We were just shocked how amazing this deck did. We have Easy to Slay You with 3 Blade Knights, the Breaker, the DD Assailant, the Warrior Lady, the Exile, the 2 GUMOs, Swift Gaia, your typical spell lineup right here. And then as for the traps, mostly noticeably different are the 3 Compulse, 3 Drop Off, and the 3 Time Seals. And obviously this is just standard warrior stuff. Basically side deck is pretty good as well. The 3 Jowgen, that's very good against the Reasoning Gate type of decks, because this any type of warrior variant has a struggle matchup against those heavy OTK decks, especially like Giant Trinades and stuff. So this definitely stops those cards like Reasoning and shit like that. And then typical stuff here. It was nice, interesting to see the Royal Oppression as well. I haven't seen this sided in GOAT or played in GOAT format to my knowledge. I have just never seen anybody pull Oppression off in GOAT. I can see where it could be good, especially against those RGT decks. But yeah, congrats to Easy to Slay You for taking first place. Why this deck did well, it's just as aggressive as Warrior, and you're playing these cards that just can keep a lock on your opponent, especially with Time Seal. With the aggression of this deck, how aggressive this deck can be, you're basically putting pressure on your opponent. You set the Time Seal, or you have the Time Seal set, you flip the Time Seal, so you're basically putting them next turn. They're basically be in the same position they were last turn, and they probably have to scoop because you're just going to kill them the next turn. Same thing with Drop Off. If you're pushing them back enough and then you don't have the Time Seal but you have the Drop Off, you're just basically putting them in the same situation again. And why GUMO is such a standout is because, okay, at first glance you're like, you attack this card, you lose half your life. That has to suck, right? You basically toss a coin if you call it right. You get to attack normally, but if you call it wrong, you have to take half your life points, basically, and then you continue to attack. So regardless, this guy's still gonna connect. His attack is still gonna go through. It's just if you call it wrong, you're just taking life points. In theory, it's kind of the same as playing Judgment, because Judgment will always be live. GUMO is just a free 22 beater. I mean, technically not free, because you're paying you have a 50-50 chance of paying half your life points, basically. But either way, it's still free. It's still gonna resolve. It's gonna attack no matter what. It's just puts the pressure on your opponent a lot. And then we have the 1 Swift Gaia. This was also an interesting tech in Warrior. I've always wanted to play this in my standard Warrior list, but it was nice to see this actually in action and actually win the tournament. Basically, you just set 5 and summon Swift Gaia easily. It's a 2300 big beater. But yeah, this was an insane deck, very, very, very aggressive, and it just took the tournament by storm. Of course, you don't play BLS, because you play mostly Earths. I guess you got the DD Assailants, the DD Warrior Lady, Exile Force for your outs to big problem monsters. Low key, I would play a Mystic Swords in level 2 just because that's my preference. But I think it's as good as it is. If there's a way to improve this, I probably would. I guess the compulses are just there because you just want to kill your opponent as much as possible, just trying to set your opponent back as much as possible. So Yeah, shout out to Easy to Slay You. Let's go up with the other top 4 lists. We do have Night Mitchies. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. With the looks like a standard Chaos Turbo list. I'm not gonna get too deep into it. As you can see here, like nothing really deviates from the norm. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? I think that's how you say it, right? But yeah, it looks like the side deck was well prepared as well for 8 Warrior. Congrats to Niche Mitch for 2nd place for Chaos Turbo. The next deck we have Steingate Turbo. I was calling it Reasoning Gate Turbo. I think you can call it, I was calling it like Machine Reasoning Gate. I didn't know. But it turns out they're only playing 6 monsters. I didn't realize we were playing only 6 monsters. I know Reasoning Gate decks tend to play like a low monster count, but I didn't know it was that low. Maybe I'm tripping, or maybe I just haven't played the deck in such a long time. But yeah, you do play the Blowback, the Cyberstein, the Demock, the Fusilier, the Jinzo, and the Needle Burrow. It's a level 5, so you can summon it off Reasoning, Monster Gate, and then the typical spells, the Raytron, the Card Destruction, the 3 Trunade, the Charity, Heavy, 3 Limiters, 1 Megamorph, the 1 Metamorphosis, because you do play the 3 Scapegoat, Mind Control, 3 Monster Gates, 3 Reasoning. This is interesting. I haven't seen this being played. Decrease the attack of the monster by 5. Okay, you can attack twice. Okay, so just a OTK enabler. I haven't seen that much in this deck, actually. United We Stand, the double Upstart, the triple Jar, and the 1 Reckless. Side deck, you play the Visor Shock, also another Reasoning target, Spell Canceller, more Reasoning, Monster Gate targets here. Cannon Soldier, just put some more burn damage for game, you know. Big Bang Shot, the Second Brain, the Econ, the Minecon, and you do play Token Thanksgiving. Destroy all tokens on the field. Okay, we did see Token Thanksgiving being played in one of the matches, El Mago. I believe they paid 5k for Cyberstein, and then they had Scapegoat tokens that they used Token Thanksgiving, and they basically gave them life points, enough life points to use Cyberstein again. Crazy, right? And I think if you have, let's see, if you have like, what, 8 times 4 tokens, that's like 3,200 life points back, right? That's insane. Yes, Chain or Panda Burn, I guess. And then the extra deck, because you actually utilize the extra deck here, you do play like, you actually just go into these. Yeah, nothing much to explain there. Congrats to El Mago for getting 3rd place. We're gonna go on to the last of the top 4. We have Chaos Control. Chaos Control, it's basically just Chaos Turbo, but we're playing, you know, we're mixing it up with Goat Control. Obviously, this is a standard Chaos Turbo lineup here. You only play 2 Faith here. I see most Chaos build max out on 3. I would assume you max out on 3, especially since you're playing the triple meta. And then the 1 Reaper tech, still pretty solid card to play. You do main deck the 1 creature swap, standards, trio here, 3 meta, 2 knock, pot, 3 escape, 1 snatch, traps, 2 jars, 1 mirror, 1 break, my bad. 2 saws, ring, torrential, side deck. Some anti-warrior hate, anti-goat control hate with the Asura Priest, those Zombiras, Mystic Walk for a Panda Burn, Mind Control, and then you side in some traps like Dust, Saku, Dust Shoots, and obviously your standard goat control extra deck, because you actually do utilize your extra deck for chaos control. Yeah, this deck is very good. It's seeing a lot more popularity too, because, you know, Warriors is basically one of the best decks in GOAT format, because it's an answer to Chaos Turbo, which is like probably the best deck in GOAT format. And so this can handle Warrior a lot better than Chaos Turbo can, because of the Metamorphosis and Scapegoat just slowing them down from killing you. And then like Metamorphosis, Thousand Eyes, Restrict, just completely taking Warrior down, because like most Warrior plays are just 1-for-1 summon monsters, right? Metamorphosis, you take their monster, you just completely turn the tide. But yeah, congrats to Tenazio for getting 3rd place as well. I guess there's 2 3rd place, I guess, I don't know, or getting top 4. Yeah, so yeah, those are your top 4 lists. Let me get to the other list in top 8. But we have Dueling High, who made the top 8 with the standard Warrior deck. We are main decking the one mind control. That's pretty interesting to see as well. But other than that, everything's pretty standard. The side deck is a little bit interesting because we are siding the Mask of Darkness, so you can get back one of these power traps. That's pretty cool. We do side deck the Zaborg. I really like Zaborg in this form. I actually like Zaborg in a warrior, actually. I really like that. I haven't seen this morphing jar. This is interesting as well. But yeah, this is all standard. But we do side the Faith. Some people main it. I like to main it, but we also side it for those game 2 and 3s because they're gonna most likely side out their Nox if they know they're playing against warrior. So yeah, that's pretty good there. We got another warrior deck from another famous GOAT player. We have Moxie's here. Yeah, another standard warrior deck. I think we are actually playing the Jargreeds, which I highly agree with, especially in a deck like warrior. Just baiting out back row, baiting out breakers, baiting out dust radios, baiting out what else? I guess heavy storm too. Very good card. And then we maxed on the dust shoot, the judgment. Did we max out? Oh, okay, so he maxed out on judgment here. The side deck, another card I agree with here is the Amazon Archer. This is just the Panda Burn killer. I like this against Panda Burn because you can Roto search it, and then you tribute the Ojama Trio tokens off, so you can basically kill them, burn them instead, which is very good. Or any like tokens that are getting in your way. And then the Sura Priest was obviously to deal with Go Control variant type decks. The one Jowgen in the side is pretty good because RGT Reasoning Gate decks are a very hard match for warrior, as they can easily just cripple you with the Giant Trunade and just ripping a Jinzo off of a Reasoning or Monster Gate, and just easily just OTKing this deck. So yeah, Jowgen really stops all that. We also saw the Jar here, and then Smashings and Compulse, Sing Sing, who another great side deck in warrior. I really like this card a lot. But yeah, that's Moxie's list. We have another Chaos Control deck from Geist D. This one, a little bit different. We are main decking the Asura. Okay, so yeah, and the side deck, this was interesting seeing the Archfiend Soldier. I was very caught off guard by this. I'm not sure why you play this. It's a 1900 level 4 beater, which is crazy, right? And it's a dark. It is a dark. That does come up, right? I'm not sure why you play this though. Like, what particular reason do you play this for? But who knows? We do side deck the Warrior Lady. We play the Dark Mimic in the side too. Interesting. And then we do play this Roulette Burial. I did like this in like Go Control. I think it's a decent card to have, and it's a light, and it's a 2000 defense. Yeah, pretty strong card actually. And then we side deck the space. That's interesting. And then we just have the Warrior Hate right here, the 3 Sakus, and then the extra deck that we actually utilize. The next one for top 8, the rest of top 8, Ghost Rider 15, another Chaos Turbo list, but the only difference is we are playing the drop-offs. The Chaos drop-off deck, that's pretty good, and we maxing out on the Jargreeds, and we're playing Wing Blast instead of Raigeki Break. There's arguments for both. Me personally, in this format, I think I prefer Raigeki Break. I'd rather get rid of the problem, but I can see why the argument why you would play this, because you don't want to put like more light and darks in their grave or anything like that, or you want to set them back a turn. I mean that works well, especially when you're playing cards like Drop Off, so it makes sense in this deck. And then we do have like a warrior side here. Yeah, pretty solid list from Ghost Rider 15. We do have some honorable mentions for the rest of the top 16. If you want to see the rest of the top 16 list, I'll have the link to the format library. These are just some honorable mentions. We have a standard Go Control deck. Actually, I wouldn't say it's standard. It's more of like it's like water Go Control, I guess, with the Abyss Soldier, 2 Abyss Soldiers, the Aqua Spirit, 2 Spies, Breaker, Faith, 2 Mobius. I guess you play 2, especially because of Abyss Soldier. Like, you can use it as discard fodder, especially if you're not able to summon the Mobius. Then the 2 Mother Grizzlies. 2 Mother Grizzlies. Oh, was this the Mother Grizzly deck? This was the Mother Grizzly deck that we saw that I featured earlier this week. That was crazy. Double swap, duo, trio there. The triple meta, we did max out on meta. We are main decking the mind control, pretty good in the chaos mirror, I guess, or any go control mirror if they're playing spy. Double knocks, the triple scapegoat, and the traps. We do main deck 3 decree. Okay, 3 decrees, insane. And then side deck, anti-goat stuff here, anti-warrior, anti-burn. We do play the swords, and more anti-warrior cards, more anti-goat format cards right here. And then the extra deck, standard goat control extra deck. And then the last but not least of the honorable mentions, we do have the typical panda burn deck. Nothing much to explain here as well. Same strategy as usual. Flip the Ajama Trio, summon the Gear Panda, and just kill your opponent. Most toxic deck in the format, but it has dropped off a bit because a lot more people are prepared with it in the side decks with the Mr. Walks, the Amazoness Archers, Token Thanksgiving even. But yeah, that's standard as it could be. It does look like we do side into like Earth aggro. With the Gigantes, Great Warrior out here is Kinetic Soldier. I'm not going to explain much about Panda Burn, but yeah, that was the top. These were the top deck lists of GFC EU25. Hope you guys enjoyed watching those replays. And again, you can find the rest of the top 16 lists here. I'll post a link in the description below. Other than that, hope you guys have a great day. Comment, like, subscribe. Peace out, y'all.